everyone. If you don't know who I am, my name is Emily, and this is my first video here on ShiftTube. So this video is going to be a little bit of a introduction to me, what I believe in when it comes to shifting, and like my shifting journey overall. My name is Emily and I am 27 years old and I am born and raised in Denmark. If you don't know where that is, it is above Germany and below Sweden and Norway. I make a lot of shifting videos on TikTok. If you haven't found me from TikTok, which you most likely have, but if you haven't, hello. Hopefully I made a good first impression. So when it comes to shifting, it all started back in December of 2020, like I think I almost remember the date that it actually happened. And I think for maybe a week or so beforehand, I got onto the Harry Potter side of TikTok, which then got me to watch all of the movies, which then got me onto Draco Talk, which, as we all know, is getting people to Shift Talk, and then it got me to Shift Talk. I don't think I ever doubted it, but I don't think I would fully believe it, but it did sound good and I wanted to try it, so that's what I did. And here we are almost 5 years later. Crazy. I've never been that patient before with anything in my life, so it's crazy that I'm doing this with shifting that there is no like physical actual proof of. But I have successfully shifted before. I have a handful of times. And I will be making videos of like story time, so don't worry. And when it comes to shifting and my beliefs, I believe in the nope, that's a straight up lie. I believe in the multiverse theory. And if you don't know, there's a multiverse theory and there's a consciousness theory. Consciousness theory is believing that you create these realities that you go to, while the multiverse theory is believing that these places actually exist in real life and that they're already created and that you can go to them. And that's what I believe in. I'm not opposed to the consciousness theory, and I think maybe to some extent it's kind of like a mix of both that I believe in, but that would be like a 95% belief in the multiverse theory. So I first started to shift successfully back in 2022, and the last shift I've had was in 2024. The weird part is every single time I've shifted, it's been by accident, so I did absolutely nothing in order to shift, which is wild. But that just shows how easy shifting is. You don't have to do anything in order to shift. Proof by me, moi. But I would love to know what I did in order to shift so I can shift on command. Because as far as I'm aware, the only constant thing I've done every single time I've shifted that I know of is falling asleep. So I don't, it's clearly a mindset thing because I didn't do anything physical. Or like, I didn't say affirmations, I didn't do subliminals, I didn't watch anything, I didn't do anything. Like one time I shifted, I was watching a show, I forgot what it's called, but it's this guy who's like really great at telling when people lie, and he's like a detective kind of thing, I don't know. And I got tired, it's like in the middle of the day or like at 4. And I got tired, so I decided, hey, I'm just gonna let it keep playing, I'm just gonna rewind back when I wake up if I don't know where I'm at. And so I fall asleep, and my TV has this thing where after 30 minutes or whatever of not using the remote, it's like, hey, so if you don't click on OK within 20 seconds, I'm gonna turn off. And so it turns off because I fell asleep, and I heard it turn off, and I remember thinking to myself, I'm just gonna let it be turned off because I'm gonna fall asleep anyway, so I'm not gonna bother to turn it on again. And then I fell asleep, and then I woke up with watching the TV that was on, watching the same show, mind you, and a person came up from behind. So yeah, so that's what I know of that made me shift. But I feel like I'm like 90% there. I don't know what it is. I know that it's some, I think I have some like outdated or at least something in my mindset that makes me not shift. But I cannot for the life of me figure out what it is. But I know that when I've figured it out and changed my mindset to whatever else, that is when I'll shift, because I know that what I'm doing will make me shift. So it's just a matter of figuring out what that thought is that makes me not shift, that I have to figure out and change. What is there anything else? What did I write down? I wrote notes of video ideas. I don't know if you can see. Introduction about me, I've done that. What I believe in shifting, my shifting journey. Ooh, I can talk about the places I'm shifting to. No, I already have that written down as a separate video. I originally wanted to make a shifting YouTube channel because I feel like posting on TikTok just isn't enough. Yes, you can record for up to 10 minutes and even add videos further upon that, but I just feel like a full-fledged YouTube video, a long-form content shifting video is much better, because if you can't tell, I like to talk a lot, which is weird because I'm introverted. When it's stuff that I care about and that I'm into, I do talk a lot, and people on TikTok doesn't have the best attention span, so YouTube it is for yapping videos. But I think that's it. I can't really think of anything. My leopard gecko is staring at me. He's like, what the fuck are you talking? I don't really talk if I don't record videos. I'm a very quiet person. So he's like, what the fuck are you doing, bitch? She was bought as a he, or that's what she was labeled as, but after taking a couple of closer looks, it's a female. Coming up party, gender reveal. It's the same. I have 2 cats also, and the first one I got was bought as a boy, also was bought as a girl, but turned out to be a boy. So it stays in the family, I guess. So yeah, that's it. I think that's all I have for this video today. Hopefully you will enjoy, hopefully you will subscribe and like the video and leave a comment. You can leave a comment of other video ideas that you want me to do, or what you thought of this video. That would be great. If it's a good thing you're gonna write, obviously. Anyway, bye!